Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you a video of a matchmaking game I actually recently played, and pretty much this guy seemed a bit suspicious. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that was interesting. Anyways, once we get the video going, we will look into it a bit more properly. Alright, so this is just whatever. This is just a warm up. This is irrelevant. Now this is the guy we're going to be watching today. I think it's like Kaneki or Kane Key. If there's anyone that knows the name properly, I'm sorry for pronouncing it wrong. But basically, this guy is a cheater. Like, there's no dirty tricks about it. There's no like kind of hiding it about it. Like, when toggles on, he toggles on, right? So for the first two rounds, he was playing kind of legit. He did get one insane one dig in the first round. Otherwise, he seemed pretty legit. But he pretty much goes deagle for most of the round, and like pretty much that. Like you just got to watch this, right? Opens up one insane shot, tags that guy, knows this guy's coming through smoke, so he just follows him through, right? Knows that the guy's hiding there because he doesn't consider that he may have gone into apps. He just thinks and knows that he's right there, peeking around in that corner waiting. So, like who does that? Like I know that's a good spot to check, but the way he treated it with ignoring everywhere else on the map was a bit much, right? Now you're thinking, well, that's not much. He may have just got a bit lucky with some of those peaks, some of those shots, whatever. Fine. And that's fine, sure. Luck is a bit of an element, but this is only the start. Like, this guy hasn't even warmed up yet. Right, so here's another round, round 5. Again, using the deagle. Still has 6 kills with about 100% headshot ratio. Now, I'm pretty sure what's happening here, he's kind of just sitting in archway. I think he's like trying to configure how he's going to be using his wall and aimbot. So he's probably setting up individual buttons where when he clicks this button, it turns on or off aimbot, and when he clicks this button, it turns on or off walls. So I think that's what he was doing just during sitting in archway. Because now he's like set it up and whatever. I think he's still got walls on, but I think he turned his aimbot off. So because he knows there's one con and he knows there's one there, but look, like he's a terrible shot, right? Like he absolutely caked a guy that was on 17 HP. Like that's one bullet hit. That's pretty shitty, right? But now watch how much he improves himself the next round, right? So now we're in round 6. I'm not sure if this is the round, but I know it's this round or the next round where he really goes off, and it's like, well, look, before you just showed us how much you were a cake shooter, and to go from that to that is insane. Right, but this is round 6. He's going to flash up mid with his deagle, right? He's going to follow this guy in smoke, right? And he knows he's there. Again, he's caked the shot. Again, he's caked the shot, but he knows he's there. He even moves his crosshair down a little bit. Right, so he's got his walls on. He hasn't turned on his aimbot, but he knew that the guy was behind the smoke. Like that's not logical, especially the little mouse movement he made with his crosshair to know that the guy crouched behind that area. Like I know with some people, it's like you can kind of visualize and guess that that's a logical spot to hide, but the way he treated that, with the smoke being completely covered, was a bit weird. But anyways, 7th round coming into it. I'm pretty sure he's only got walls activated here, and he even says in chat that he's toggling. Now, at first it seems like a joke, whatever, but watch this. Just watch this round. Ready? He knows the guy's behind the smoke, so he shoots him. He knows the guy's there, so he shoots him. And pretty much, like, if it wasn't for me turning around and realizing that the guy was coming, he probably would have killed all of us. Because at this point, he's just using walls. He's not using his aimbot. Like, with zero intel, he just knew where everyone was. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. No one has called that there was one guy Mexican, or there was, one guy behind the smoke on T slope, because all of his other teammates were still sitting on site. So that literally didn't make any sense. But anyways, round 8. Now, in this round, I'm pretty sure this is where he does his weird little twitching thing. It's like a sign of aimbot being turned on, or whatever. Like, look at that twitch. It twitches into spawn, and then he twitches into Nana. He's actually trying to shoot the other guy that's at Nana, but his crosshair twitches to that guy that was in tree. And that's weird. Like, who and how do you do that? Like, that's just retarded. Like, that's got to be some obvious, like, aimbot starting to kick in, to add to his walls. I don't know. Some people may still not be convinced, but we got plenty more rounds to go. Round 9. I'm pretty sure in this round he starts pre-firing and he walls and possibly has trigger bot on. So again, he smokes up mid. I don't get it with this smoke. Like, is he trying to be more fancy with his walling? I don't know. Now, like, just bang headshot, bang headshot. This one he struggles a bit, but he does get him, and fair enough, his teammate is called that he's at tree, but, what an insane shot, right? Like, I don't even know how to comprehend, like, the way he plays. Like, it's normal to watch T slope, but the way he handles it is abnormal. Like, he doesn't check behind him, he doesn't check to the side of him in second mid, he doesn't check anywhere else, because not all his teammates know where everyone else is. Like, in a logical sense, if he wasn't hacking, right? And he's not even buying properly. He's just staying on the deagle. Like, he literally just sits on the deagle, and that's about it. And look at that. One tap. Straight in the face. Straight in my face. Right? Because I'm studying this game. Because this is my matchmaking game. Again, another insane deagle headshot. Again, another insane deagle headshot. And now watch this, right? This is what really sold it for me. He doesn't bother to go second mid to check if he's second mid, right? He's got two teammates in mid. He's got two teammates coming from Nana. No one's checking second mid, but he literally stared that guy down to where he was hiding. He didn't even bother to look anywhere else. He could have literally been hiding anywhere. Anywhere. But he just decides to look there. Why? Who knows? The truth is, he's walling. There's, it's obvious that he's at least got walls. It's now a matter of if he has aimbot or not. So, round 10 comes along, and this is where his walls come to shine again. So, he knows that there's a couple of guys mid, shoots that guy down, nothing, shoots that guy down like nothing, right? His teammates are probably calling Nana, right? Kills him. Now, in this situation, no one knows where your boy would be. But what does he do? He doesn't go through apps again. No. This time, he goes through second mid. Because for some reason, he just knows the guy's second mid. He doesn't bother to check apps. He doesn't bother to check site. And none of his teammates went to go anywhere else. They literally followed him because, again, he probably called it that the guy's second mid because he could see him with his walls. And I don't know if you've noticed, but a few of his teammates are named like Boosted Kanke, as you can see it. Like, I pressed tab there, like Boosted Kanke, so boosted by him, because obviously he's cheating. He's a cheater. Right, bang, again, down mid, like nothing. Bang, again, down T-slope, like nothing. Teammates are probably cold to Nana, fair enough. Don't know why he went down Mexican, but he can, because I imagine his teammates would have called Nana, which, by the way, I tried to do a smoke and see if he would pre-fire me through the smoke, but he just pushed through it anyway. Because, again, he knows I'm there, and again, another insane headshot. And yeah, ace, congrats. Anyways, so, like, his teammate would have called 2 Nana, and there's 3 alive, so no one knows where the other guy is. So for some reason, his logical thinking is to go down Mexican, or Mexico, or drop down, or Coon Tunnel. There's a lot of names for it. Everyone has a name for it. Basically, he decides to go down that underbit and just waits for the guy to drop down to get a free kill. Right? It's like, this is stupid. And if you have a look at the chat, he's semi semi-accepting that we've kind of caught him on cheats. Like, look at this. Like, how do you follow him perfectly? He's jumped through a smoke. Like, you don't just guess shit like that. You can guess where they might land. And again, there, how he just perfectly knows where that guy was through smoke. Like, that's just insane. But yeah, like I was saying, like, you can kind of guess, and again, another insane shot. You can kind of guess where the guy might land as he's going to jump across, but you can't guess the behavior of his jump, right? Like, that's just stupid. And I don't actually know if Kanka actually knows that wall's wall bangable. I think what he probably done, probably just saw me and said, hey, the guy's in construction, go kill him, you know? So, whatever. Probably doesn't know that that place is wall bangable because Kankai, or Kane Kai, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Look, I'm just going to say Kane Kai, because Kane Kai is a piece of shit who doesn't know how to play the game legitimately. And as you can see, like we're talking about it in chat, or they are at least. I just couldn't be bothered chatting with him because at this point I was just thinking how much a piece of shit he was. Like, you know, he's admitting that he is using cheats to a degree and saying that he does charge for boosting, kind of, you know, but it's mainly for free. And like he knows that we know, and he's at this point at halftime onwards, he knows there's no point hiding anymore. Like, look at that shot. Like, just lines him up again perfectly. Disregards mid, disregards balcony, disregards everywhere else. And look at this. He actually lines him up. Like, yeah, you could see his foot by the time he stopped. But prior to that, he lined him up perfectly without actually seeing if he would be there. Like, even if he heard him, there would be no logical reason to be peeking that without looking at T-apps or down second mid or even checking Mexican. Like, that's like, no one has that kind of like luck that consistently. Like, this guy's got 30 plus frags and his headshot ratio is 90%. Scream struggles to get 90% with 30 plus frags. And Scream just goes for one taps with the AK. Like, I don't get it. And like, you'll see in the end, like, his account details, because I showed them to you. The link to his account will be below on this video if you want to go ahead and report him. But see, that's the thing when I was thinking about it, right? For this guy, this is probably like one of his many accounts that he has, because he probably boosts his friends and other people on a few accounts because of, you know, obviously they get banned very quickly because he's not a smart hacker. He makes it so blatant, like the way he lines them up there, and the way he lines them up there, and the way he'll line up the guy at car, like, just like nothing. Like, doesn't even think to like check con. Like, what happens if the guy was construction? Nope, just straight down nana, just gonna shoot everyone I can see. Which is, you know, everyone, pretty much. So, at this point, if you're still not convinced, I don't know what more to say. This guy's cheating. People like this should not be allowed to play Counter-Strike or any games in general where it involves a skill cap, because all he's doing is ruining the game for people who legitimately want to be better at it, ruining people's ranks, even though matchmaking rank doesn't matter, and he's just giving people a shitty time. Like, you know, I load up Counter-Strike because I just want to play a game that I enjoy playing, right? But then there's guys like this who think it'd be funny if he boosts a couple of his mates up 3-4 ranks and just buys cheats and thinks, it's okay guys, if I get banned on this account, I'll just jump on my 4th out of 20 accounts that I have and boost you guys some more. Like, look at this, right? He ended the first half on 31 frags and 90%. He gets another 7 frags, 100% headshot ratio. Like, this guy is literally on fire at the moment. Like, I don't even know how he's died a few times. Now, I think at this round, though, he does turn off his aimbot, because now look how shit he is. He can't land a single shot. Like, that should have been an easy shot compared to what we've seen prior. Like, I don't even know how I managed to kill him there. It's obvious he was still walling, because he could see where I was. He followed me through the wall. But he turned off his aimbot, and he can't land a single shot. But, he lands all these other amazing shots perfectly. So, go figure. So, from here, pretty much, he's still kind of, just going about his business, round 19, and is still obviously walling at this point. Like, whether he turns on aimbot or not is still questionable, right? Because he's had a really, really good, ability to shoot. Like the moment they see him, like just like that, just like nothing, can shoot him straight in the face, right? Even if a person is, and look at that twitch. Did you see that twitch just then? Like, he was looking at the wall, which he doesn't even peek around corners properly for a thing. So it's not like he's a GE Smurf who's hacking. He's actually, like, probably some Master Guardian player, Nova 4 player on his main, who decided to get some cheats. So, like, and then he just, like, twitches at the truck like that. Like, that's insane. Like, I like watching this. I've already watched this like a few times now, but even now I'm still just speechless. Like what are some of these shots? Like, he doesn't check diggity side, he checks archer side, gets him instantly, checks up there, gets him instantly, doesn't check pit, because again, we don't know where this last guy is, and lands an insane shot like that. But we saw him before in the warm-up, and we saw him when I was using the scout, and other various rounds where he caked a few shots. But all of a sudden, he just becomes a beast again. Like, you don't do that, right? Like, sometimes you're going to cake a few shots, but at the same time, it's not all of a sudden you just become a god. Like, for 20 rounds out of 22 rounds, So, what is it? Round 21, he's going through apps. I don't even know why he's going through apps. It makes no sense. He hasn't been playing there before, but he knows all three of us were mid. And even though we killed him, he still manages to get a peek. Why? Because fucking aimbot and walling. It's only because multiple of us peeked, he managed to die. We actually managed to kill him again. So, second half, 15 frags in. He's still sitting at 100% headshot ratio. He hasn't missed a single headshot. Like, if he gets a kill, it's a headshot. Like, I don't even understand why people hack. I don't understand why people feel the need. They need to boost their friends with hacks. Like, people like this are actually ruining the game and the community. It's really sad and unfortunate. And people like this, they don't, like I said earlier in the video, they don't deserve to play video games. They don't deserve a lot of things, right? But the thing is, at the end of the day, I know it is just a video game. And I don't know what their real life situation is. By the way, did you see that Twitch? That was stupid. Fucking, his aimbot is pathetic. It just keeps twitching for some reason because it notices as a threat. Anyways, so, and yeah, what an amazing clutch, right? Anyways, and yeah, it goes to the negative. Wait till you see this now. So, I don't know why this guy feels the need to do what he's doing. It makes no sense. Like, you're ruining the game, not just for the people you're versing against, but the people you're playing with. Because he might be boosting 2 of his mates on his team, whatever, or 3 or whatever it is, or all 4, right? But at the end of the day, right, if he is actually playing with someone that doesn't agree with him cheating, right, but he is cheating, then they have to live with the fact that they played a game with a cheater. Like, you look at the scoreboard and it's insane, the gap. Like, look, I've played with and against people, and again, that Twitch, like, that's just such a stupid Twitch. I don't understand. Like, no one does that ever in any game. Just twitches where people are when he's not even in range to kill them. Anyways, like, I've seen people with dropping 40, 50 frags, right? Who were legit players because they're really good, or they were a smurf. Which, fair enough. They played really well, and it was just because the rest of their team, well, unfortunately sucked fragging. Go figure, right? But this guy is not good. Like, this guy's actually really bad, but he's using cheats to give him and his friends, or mates, or whatever you want to call them, the advantage. Like, look at this. The way he knows that two people are mid, and the way he, like, followed and traced that guy going to the left was insane. And, like, the way he just fires that boiler, what kind of pit check is that? Like, doesn't even check graveyard. He doesn't check site. Like, you know, one of the guys might have called one to be, at CT, fair enough, but no one knows that one of our guys is on site until about now. So, for some reason, he just decided to rotate without, even considering that they could be anywhere else. And, like, again, with Twitch, like, the way he twitched to that guy next to Oranges, like, I'm just so sick of people like this that feel like they need to be cheating to get an advantage. Like, to easily help boost friends up ranks. Like, what's the point? Like, this video is pretty much going to end soon, and if you're still not convinced that this guy's actually not legit and this guy's cheating, then you've got some sort of problem. I'm sorry, but this guy, like what the hell is that? He didn't even see him there. He wasn't even running. He was shift walking, and he just knew the guy was in apps there and just pre-fired even before he came out. Like, that's insane. Like, how do you get away with that? 53 frags, pretty much got, an average of like a 95% headshot ratio in the end there. Like, look at this. Like, 30 hours on record, has literally 2 games, right? He's played DayZ for a bit. He's played Counter-Strike for 30 hours. Like, and as you can see, he's got friends that are saying boosted by this guy, thanks, whatever. Like, when he was actually playing, he only had 23, so he's actually played 7 more hours worth as a cheater. Like, how has it been 7 hours of gameplay more and he still hasn't been, like, overwatched or vacked? I don't understand how. I don't know what cheats he's running. But, hopefully we'll catch this guy and hopefully we'll report him because he does not deserve, to be playing Counter-Strike. So that's all I've got to say. See you later.